Hi Sheena, welcome to the YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Please can you introduce yourself and tell me a little about your background?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Sheena. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm a life coach. I like working with people who are into personal development. They're on a journey of personal growth and just helping them to rise above their fears, their limiting beliefs, and reconnect with who they really are in themselves so that they can fulfill their purpose in life.
So Sheena, tell me what inspired you to create a workshop on self-belief.
I think it's massively important because how you feel about yourself is going to impact every single other area of your life. Like from the moment that you wake up in the morning, what you see in the mirror, what goes through your head, it affects your mental health throughout the day. It affects how you're going to be at work, like whether you're going to have the confidence to speak up in meetings, to share your ideas, whether you're going to have the confidence to ask for opportunities, to ask for a raise if you want it, and then of course in your relationships, because how your relationship with yourself is going to define the quality of relationships you have with other people, right? So if we don't believe in ourselves, then we're going to find it hard to set boundaries with people. We might find that we people please a lot as well instead of following what's true to us. And when you don't value yourself, then other people's opinions, they can play a big impact on how you feel inside. So if someone else rejects you or they don't believe in you, then you might decide to give up on yourself. Whereas that could be such a waste of potential. Like if you take J.K. Rowling, like I love Harry Potter. Do you like Harry Potter?
Not as much as others, yeah.
Sorry, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, right? But she was rejected by so many publicists before Harry Potter because so many people told her book was not good. And if she didn't believe in herself and she just gave up, we wouldn't even have all that magic in the world today, right? So I think self-belief is so important because there are going to be times in your life where it feels like you're alone fighting your battle and no one else believes in you. And if in those moments you give up on your hopes and you give up on your dreams, then you're doing the whole world a massive disservice and you're not being the person that you're born to be. So yeah, developing that relationship with yourself is going to impact every area of your life for sure.
Along coaching, you also teach yoga.
Yes.
Could you tell us a bit about how yoga helps you in your day-to-day life?
Oh, that's such a good question. And honestly, I could probably sit here for you for like a week and talk to you about every single area of my life and how it's made a difference. So let me try and keep it distinct. I think for me, yoga has helped me with my emotions quite a lot as well. Growing up, I've always felt like I was quite sensitive, so I used to be affected by what other people said quite a lot, and it used to make me doubt myself a lot. But I've now got the tools, things like meditation. They've been so impactful in helping me to actually just stay grounded within myself, to calm myself when I need it, and to also find the courage to follow my own intuition and recognize what is my heart and my soul saying in this situation. Where does it want to go, instead of always listening to what other people's voices are going on in my head. So it's helped me really get closer to myself, and I think it's taught me a lot as well. It's helped me to improve all my relationships. Like my relationship with my family, everyone, my parents, my sister, is so much stronger as a result of me feeling more secure in myself, being able to manage strong emotions better. And I think it's also taught me a lot about how to find my self-worth within, because I think as we grow up, we feel like a lot of the times our success is based on our achievements in life or things that are very external, but eventually life knocks you down. You go through so many challenges in life, and what yoga's given me is it's given me an inner strength and a resilience to never quit no matter how tough things get. It gives me that strength to just get back up again, to keep fighting and to keep achieving and breaking through the barriers in my mind that I've set myself of what I can do, who I can be, and realize that I was always the person that I wanted to be, and I just needed to unblock my heart to find that space within myself.
So true what you just...
Yeah, and I think just even on a physical level, which I don't normally talk about because for me it was more mental and emotional, but on a physical level, it's brought back so much power in my body. Like I used to have loads of knee dislocations as a kid, and I was told by doctors that by the time I was 30 I'd end up in a wheelchair if I didn't have operations on both my legs.
Wow.
And yeah, I had one while I was at uni. But then that's when I started yoga as well. And 4 years later, when I was scheduled to have the second one, my surgeon said to me that actually your MRIs, your X-rays are showing that your balance and your strength has improved so much that you no longer need it. What have you been doing? And this is after years of physios and all sorts of hospital trips, so no one could figure out what was wrong. And I think just that practice of once a week yoga had built so much strength in my body that it achieved the impossible, that even left the doctors like saying, whoa, that we didn't see that one coming. So yeah, it's done a lot. It's done a lot.
Sounds like it's a miracle. You wouldn't have imagined that, and look what happened at the beginning, and look at it, and look at you now.
Yeah, and I think that's the power. I didn't realize how much of an influence it would have. I think it's so much more than just being able to touch your toes.
Also, I think while you're here today, I think everyone should know that while you've just said to this story, I'm a bit like, wow, like shocked and amazed that anyone can do anything. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to try and just keep on going. And I know I've only been to one of your classes, your yoga classes, but with you, and also something similar to me is that when I leave the class, I feel amazing. I feel relaxed. I feel calm.
Yeah.
I'm in a peaceful place. And when you're there, you know, before you think, but while we're there, we just focus about the moment. That's something I learned. And I definitely recommend with Sheena, those people who haven't started the yoga classes, she honestly, I'm not just saying that, she is amazing. And she's just such a smiley, happy person. And everyone who hasn't, I recommend to try their yoga class, and it's worth it. You can all do it.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I completely agree. I think like there's so many preconceptions we have of what you need to be, what sort of person does yoga, but actually yoga just says come as yourself. Come there. It's your personal journey of evolution, and it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. It doesn't matter if other people can do poses. It's not about that. It's about reconnecting with yourself and discovering how powerful you really are inside.
And another thing that reminds me, when I first started the class, the yoga class, I used to be quite shy, and I used to lost like hope.
Yeah.
But now I think actually I've become better than I was before. And what's amazing, which I tell to people in the class and with your workshop, we're not on our own, we're all together. We all can reach out and we can say to each other, wow, like we're there to each other to help each other and say, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm not, but don't be ashamed ever, is what I tell people.
And you know the word yoga in Sanskrit actually means unity. That's the literal translation.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's really beautiful that you picked up on the fact that everyone's on their own journey. We've all got our own personal battles that we're fighting, right? Before we come to class, we've all gone through our own challenges. But I think yoga is a space of love. It's a space of everybody being compassionate. It's not a space of judgment and competition.
100%,
It's everybody working together to bring out the best in each other and to inspire each other, and I think that's what you've done on your journey as well. Like so many people after the self-belief workshop told me how much your story had inspired them to go out there and do things that they're afraid of, because they saw that, oh my gosh, look how many things she's gone through, and look at what she's still doing with her life, and look at how many people she's helping through a scholarship. She hasn't given up, and it gave them a reason not to give up on themselves. So I think it's definitely that when you become a beacon of light in yourself and you reclaim your inner power, it's going to have that ripple effect on everyone around you.
Thank you so much, Sheena. That honestly means a lot, and it's amazing that you're here today in person, and also your story is amazing. Can you name 3 things that you think all young women should know?
Oh, that's another great question. So the first thing I would say is that your relationship with yourself matters more than anything else on the outside. I think especially growing up as a South Asian woman, there'll be lots of people telling you perhaps what you should be doing with your life. There may be times when you feel like, you know, your self-worth is dependent on the achievements that you have, what grades you get in school, and then you might feel like at a certain age you have to get married, there's that pressure of having a kid, all those sort of things. And it feels like there's this sort of plan for your life before you even got to decide what you want to do. But I would say the main thing is to follow your own path and not worry so much about other people's opinions. Stay true to yourself and do what feels right for you at the time that it feels right for you is the first piece of advice I'd give. Is your relationship with yourself, ultimately believing in yourself even if no one else does, that's key. Number 2 I'd say is see yourself as a leader in your life. Don't feel that as a young woman you're any less or you shouldn't use your voice. Be yourself, be bold, be courageous. And some people might find it bossy, they might find it too much. That's okay. You go out there, you do your thing, you trust your decisions all the way through.
I really like the advice, that the second one actually, that you said, that be strong and brave. I like how you said that, rather than people keep it inside. But sometimes it's better to stand up and say, actually, this is what I feel, this is what I want to do, rather than keeping it inside. So I really like that.
Yeah, using your voice. I think the third thing I'd say is, so often as women, it's easy for us to compare ourselves to each other. Like, you go on Instagram and you see other people and you think, oh my god, she dresses so well, she's so much more confident, right? Yeah. Look at her pictures, look at mine. And it's so easy to feel either envious of them or feel like you're not good enough and constantly beat yourself up and just feel like, how come she's got such a great relationship? And things like that. And it's so easy to feel like that person out there is your enemy. But actually, I think so many beautiful things happen when women empower each other. And so if you see other women succeeding, cheer them on. And if there's something in them that you admire or you wish that you had in your life, go out there and ask them. Say, how did you manage to get this? I wish I had confidence in this area. How did you develop that? And if you work in harmony and you become a team, I think together you can achieve so much. Like, there's already so many people putting you down, so we don't need to do that with each other.
We don't want to be around that. It's the opposite.
And I think growing up in like an all-girls school, for example, you always felt that competition. But actually now, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing, no, it wasn't about that. It's not me against you. It's how can we work together like we're doing right now to then go out there and help each other shine. That's so important.
Where can we find you on social media, and how can listeners find out more about the work you do?
So I'm on Instagram, I am on Facebook as well, but Instagram I'm Yoga with Sheena, and my website is also www.yogawithsheena.com. So definitely drop me a message on Instagram, say hi, and I'd love to connect with you.
Thank you for having that time. One thing I like to end is saying to everyone, which I learned from you as well, is everyone, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself is the secret to success.
Oh, thank you. That was really beautiful. And I'm so glad you came on the workshop, and I feel like your journey itself is inspiring so many other people as well. Some of the things you've gone through, which you never probably expected in your life, right? And they've been massive challenges, but somehow you've come out the other end so much stronger, and you've been able to still fulfill your purpose and help so many people. I think the work you're doing, especially in terms of your scholarship and how you're helping underprivileged people in India to have their education and to be who they can be, is so beautiful and such an incredible thing to do. And I think you literally have inspired so many people, so keep it up.
Thank you so much for your kind wishes. And you know what, I love how we'll still definitely be in touch, and there's a reason how sometimes people become and understand and like fully understand each other, and we have a bit of a journey, but in a different way.
I think so. And I think there's a reason we ended up connecting with each other, so for sure.